Okay, before we get started, hit that like button and subscribe. All right, welcome back. So, we got a lot to get into, but one of the things I wanted to show you guys was that cord I was talking about on the last video. Okay, this is an L5 end. This is what you hook up to your generator, and this is the end, the L14 end, which you can hook up to the socket, as far as with the attachment that hooks up to your house. If you wanted to run that generator, and instead of running the generator through the some people run generator cords through windows and stuff like that, you would hook the box up on the side of your house. This is the back end right here, so it'll actually be sitting there like that, and then you would plug the cord up from the bottom. You see that right there? That's your L14 male end. So I did purchase this cord right here off of Amazon, which was $69.99 US dollars. That's for all my people that's over there overseas or different countries. It's US dollars if you want to purchase this cord. It's 20 foot. Now they did make a 8 foot for approximately $52, but I figure 10 or 12 more dollars to get yourself 20 foot. And this is 10 gauge. This is 10 gauge cord right here. Now, as I stated in my last video, you can make this cord, but the only issue with that is these plugs here. I went to my local hardware store, and this was $27 just for this end. This right here was $29.99 just for this end. So you're looking at, you're better off just purchasing this cord. Now, in different countries or different states, you may find making that a lot cheaper. But where I'm at right now, the better deal was just getting it from Amazon. And it does have a, this cord does come with a, you can carry it and stuff like that. I'm going to hook that up in the near future, get all that stuff together. I've been so busy trying to do some improvements on the homestead. And speaking of homestead, if anybody that's out there, if you guys purchase any land or stuff like that, I'm going to be blunt with you. It's a challenging thing depending on what area you're in. It's a lot of equipment you're going to need if your land is raw land. You're definitely going to need to get yourself some equipment. So if you're contemplating on purchasing some land, take somebody with you that has experience to know what to look for. You got to take somebody with experience to know what to look for. Make sure you find and try to see if you can find something with a water source. Some lands do come with they have power already on it, so you want to start looking for stuff like that. But yeah, when I was down there, it was a lot of new owners around in the area, and I guess some of the owners never, it's their first time visiting the land and stuff like that, and they were coming down there, I guess they wanted to camp out. But when you gotta have equipment. You basically just have to have equipment. You can't rely on somebody to say, okay, here you go, I'm gonna let you borrow my John Deere, I'm gonna let you borrow my brush hog so you can mow your lawn. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to have all that stuff planned out, mapped out. It's best to have a community or try to get inside of a community. You want to have a team network, because I'm telling you, the area that I am in, which is down south in Kentucky, the majority of the work that you're going to be doing, if you decide to go in and purchase some land, you are going to have to do it. You are going to have to put that work in. You can call somebody and they can say, "Oh, I don't work on Saturdays." It's slow. I mean, it's like, me personally, I like to get stuff done. I like to boom, boom, get it done. Let's do this and do this. But no, you working on their time. So it's best to have all your equipment and anything, hand tools, If you're not familiar with hand tools, or if you're not familiar with the equipment, I suggest you do so, because you're not going to be doing anything if you don't know how to work a chainsaw. You know, make sure you got all your safety equipment and all that stuff that you're familiar with. You know, because a lot of people purchase land and then they get down there and they be like, "Oh, it's too much. Look at this." You know, because when I first went down, I already knew what I was getting myself into. You know, now when everybody comes by, oh, this is nice, it's beautiful. No, I had to put work in. I had to spend hours. I had to spend months to get to where I was at. You know, but that's that. All right. So what is going on? What is going on? I mean, Canada, you guys, man, I just don't know what to say, man. I mean, this guy is going to pass laws where the Canadians can't even purchase a handgun. Wow. I think it's time for you guys to really start getting your apples and oranges in a bucket. Start weighing your options and say, hey, you know what? I think it's time to pack up. I think it's time to pack up and head over that border to America. You know, I know everybody always say, oh, Canadian and America is no difference. Yes, it is. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. You know, every country has their ins and their outs, their mass shootings, and they do this, they do that, but they never project. They never, you never hear when somebody stop a mass shooter, or when somebody, you're never going to hear that. You know? So, yeah, man, it is a lot of stuff going on. Also, what I wanted to bring to light, you have a lot of people that are that is really going to be hit with higher rent increases. I am getting a lot of messages just by people on Facebook and stuff like that, talking about their rent is increasing. In some cases, some owners want you to pay 3 to 4. They want you to make 3 times what the rent is. So, and I'm talking about college students. If you're getting out of college, or if you have a daughter, or you have a son that's in college or getting out of college that's trying to get an apartment, they want them to make almost close to 2 to 3 times what the rent is. And you know, depending on the state, depending on the state where you live at, an average apartment is going for $1,200. Like one person told me, well, she sent me a message. She said $1,200. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. That'll probably get you a closet in New York. And that's one of the, you know. And I looked up some of the cost of living and rent in New York, and some people are paying $2,500 for what, a 400 square feet. Is it 400 square feet with an efficiency? That's crazy. That is crazy. So it is a lot of things taking place, man. And I didn't know that if you own your, like, say the trailer park issue, that you have to pay a lot. Is it a lot rent? That's not including if you own your home. Let's say if you own your home, you buy it out, but you still have to pay that lot land rent. And then if they don't want to lease the lot land rent, they can evict you. So what are you going to do with that home that you own? That's crazy. It is a lot of stuff going on, man. People are being evicted because they I'm not sure if they mismanaged their money or what happened, man, but it's a lot of people that is going to be homeless, man. And I was reading another article over in Washington State that this park, it was a state park that everybody will park with their RVs, you know, and, you know, camp out and stuff like that. Well, now they actually transitioned that park to a permanent rest stop or living stop for RVs, but they have to sign a contract that some kind of clause that they will keep the area clean. You can't have a your vehicle broken down, or abandoned vehicles. They'll tow it. It's just a lot of stuff that's taking place in these states, man. It is it is crazy, man. It is actually a lot of people that are living out of their cars, man. You know, it's a lot of people that you think that's doing good. They're not doing that good. I was down south, and the average price of gas right now, the cheapest price was $4.02, and that was in it was in Somerset, Kentucky. Down in that end, it was $4.02, and with the 3 cents off, made it $3.99. But the cost of living down in that area, and your hourly wage is it's not that much. So I say the average person down that end probably make maybe $14 to $15. What if the gas prices reach $5? I mean, if you work 20 minutes away, you drive. What are you going to do? That is it. That is it, man. People, it's getting bad, man. You got to continue to prep. People were looking at me like I was crazy when I was purchasing equipment in the winter time. I even had one of my neighbors up here said, "Oh, well, why are you buying a lawnmower right now?" I just said, "Yeah, I caught a sale." I caught a sale, but he didn't know what I was doing. I was buying all my equipment down for the property in the winter time. You know? So each year I would add on more equipment, add on more chainsaws, add on more weed whackers, brush hogs, stuff like that. A brush hog down south, you're gonna need, depending on if you got a lot of acreage. So if you got something like 4, 5, or 6 acres, yeah, you're gonna need a brush hog. You're gonna need something to tackle that stuff, because you're getting help down there. You're not gonna find it. You are definitely not going to find it. All right, what else is going on? What else is going on in this crazy world right now? What else is going on? I see what's this right here? Other than the economy, I see the food prices are going up. I went inside of Walmart, and some of the items that I used to purchase, I think matter of fact, it was eggs. So Walmart, I go in Walmart, and he had the 3 stacks of what is it, 24 to a tray, one of those little flat trays. But he had 3 stacks of trays, packaged up for $29.99. So you paying $10 for a tray of eggs. $10 for a tray of eggs. So I looked over, and I was like, well, let me see if they got maybe like 16, 16 or 18, something like that. No, they wanted $7 or $8 for that. So food prices are definitely going up. That's why I tell everybody, get your stuff now. If you have equipment, always double up on it, man. I witnessed it firsthand. People were sitting there with broken down tractors because they didn't have any parts on hand. So you want to make sure that you have parts on hand. Also, I don't mean to digress, but if anybody has a Chinese version of a ATV or anything, what I did was I put a like a Chinese version, like a Teo ATV or something like that. I put a winch on the one that I have. So I'll probably do a video on that. If you want to know how to put a winch on a ATV, I can show you step by step and what I use. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. parts that I used, the extra parts was $26. That wasn't that much, and I got all the parts from Lowe's. So, yeah, man, it's the food prices. It's just bad, man. The housing, it's just crazy around here. You're not going to be able to purchase a house. People are getting people that were qualified are not qualified now because you have the interest rates are rising. You know, so people are going to be stuck, man. And people are selling their houses, and I just don't understand, man. What are you going to do for your kids? You have to make a foundation for your kids. You know, I know it's all fine and dandy that the kids are out the house, but think about when you were 18, 19, or 20, or 21. You know, everybody's going to have that feeling of, oh, it's party time, this and that. But eventually, it's going to be a time when everybody's going to realize, like, wait a minute, I gotta go home. I gotta have a stable house. You know, and that's one of the things. That's one of the things in America that I see. You know, and I come from a area where the majority of parents were single parents. You know, you might get one or two people that had a mom and a dad. You know, but you gotta have a stable foundation for your kids. You know, so that's one of the things where I try to have talks with my peers and stuff like that. You know, we got to have a foundation. That's just coming back. If you want to purchase land, you want to have yourself a community. You want to have a team. You want to have sound-minded people that's on the same level as you, because you're not going to get nowhere if you have somebody that's, oh, this is never going to work. You get that person away from you. You don't want to be around people like that just always say, oh, it's never going to work. Oh, this is too hard. Let's go hire somebody. No. Remember that? Use your hands to do it. You can benefit all that. You can learn a lot. Trust me. You can learn a lot. If you don't know how to use some tools, hey, read the book. That's what YouTube is for. If you don't know how to do something, look around YouTube. I'm pretty sure you can find out how to do it. You know? That's why it's good to always learn a skill set. You know? You want to be around people that have skill sets. Teach your kids a skill set. You know? Half of the kids now can't even ride. They don't even know how to work a lawnmower. You go out there and you tell them how to mow the grass. They don't even know what to set it on, because no one takes the time out to show them. And that goes back to you, myself. No one took the time out to say, okay, this is how you use a lawnmower. Matter of fact, it wasn't even no grass to mow no lawnmower. It wasn't even that much grass, you know, in certain areas I used to live in. But still, you want to take the time out to teach your kids some of the equipment that you have. You know, that's the bond you want to try to keep with your children. Try to teach them something. You know, it's not always give them money and that's it. Try to teach them a skill set. If you know how to weld, teach them how to weld. If you know how to hang sheetrock, teach them how to hang sheetrock. Anything. You know, so half of the stuff that I know, I had to learn on my own. I would ask questions, but the majority of the people, yeah. Only a chosen few. It's like some of the people didn't want to teach you on how to do certain things. Even with getting jobs, some of the seniors, mechanics or anything, they didn't want to teach me nothing. They would try to tell me the wrong stuff. I don't know what for. Maybe they thought I was trying to take their job or whatever. But eventually, I learned it. I had to go around the block a few times, but I learned it, and I improved. But the whole point is you wanna teach the kids on how to do certain things because they're gonna need those skills. When you're not around, the way things are going, you don't even see none of the seniors no more. Where are the seniors? You know, nobody wants to sit down and talk to the seniors no more. You know, these young kids gonna need some guidance out here. You know, building all the preparedness. They need all of that. All they know is what's on social media. And you know what they telling them right now is not good. You know, so take the time out, teach your kids a skill, anything, man. How to cook. How many kids know how to cook? You know, you can't go wrong making French toast. I mean, you can't go wrong making a grilled cheese sandwich. You know, spend time with your kids, spend time with your nephews. You know, teach them a trade or something. Teach them something that's going to benefit them. Because, man, it's a lot of stuff going on in this world, man. And if you don't have a solid foundation, if you don't have that bond with your family, you know, because it's a lot of people saying, man, I wish I had my father. I wish I had my mother. Well, it's too late because they already passed. You know? But if you still have the means, you have the ability, it's nothing wrong with teaching somebody something. They don't even have to be your kids. If they want to learn, I'm teaching them. You know? But yeah, man, it is a lot of stuff going on. I do have a like I said, if anybody want to know how to hook a winch up or have a ATV that needs a winch, I can show you what I did to mine's, and I'll probably bring that out Saturday. But yeah, man, it is definitely a lot of stuff going on. One of the things I wanted to let you guys know. All right, so the distance I had to travel was approximately. I took a trip. It was approximately 600 miles, right? So my truck is it's a Ford F-150, and I specifically got this model because I added I got the extended gas tank version. So it was saying it was 22 miles highway, what is it, 17 city. So what I did was I put it to the test. I went on a trip and I said, well, it says it's 600 miles, and I'm going to see if I can make it on a tank of gas. 600 miles. I had extra gas in the car. I had two 5-gallon gas cans in my trunk. So what I did was I set the cruise control to 65, and I set on out. So I got to, let's see, 1, 2, 3, past Virginia, past Maryland, past Virginia with ease. Got all the way to Virginia, almost out of Virginia, going into Kentucky, and I was hitting almost a half a tank doing 65. So the what I'm trying to say is, if you adjust your speed and your driving habits, the car will do if you have a newer version, or if your car is tuned up and everything, all that has to be in play also. Your tires inflated and stuff like that. But I did, try that, because they always say if you're doing 65 miles an hour. So yeah, I got all the way down there on a freaking tank of gas doing 65. I would usually do, speed limits 70. I'll be doing 75, 75, but I'm, kind of aggressive, but not the road rage aggressive, But yeah, just trying to get there. But yeah, I just set this cruise control and it worked. It actually worked, man. It actually worked. So yeah, try to adjust your speed habits, because these gas prices are up and down in some areas. Some areas are getting that what they call it, that tax furlough. So yeah. But yeah, man. So I just wanted to bring to light, if you're in Canada, keep hope alive, man. Yeah, it's getting rough. And that's all I have for now. Hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching.